Primeramente les agradezco a todos ustedes, a cada uno por nombre. Que el Señor Jesús me los bendiga. Gracias, presidente Raskin y el miembro de rango Roy, miembros del comité, por invitarme a estar acá. Me llamo Yasmín Juárez. Mi hija María y yo huimos de Guatemala buscando asilo en los Estados Unidos. Hicimos este viaje porque temíamos por nuestras vidas. El viaje fue peligroso, pero tenía más miedo a lo que nos podría pasar si nos quedábamos en mi país. Entonces vinimos a Estados Unidos, donde yo esperaba construir una vida mejor y más segura para mi hija María. Lastimosamente, vi morir a mi niña, lenta y muy dolorosamente, unos meses antes de su segundo cumpleaños. Ella dejó de existir.
First of all, I'd like to thank each and every one of you, and may Jesus bless each and every one of you. Thank you, Chairman Raskin, Ranking Member Roy, and members of the committee for inviting me. My name is Yasmín Juárez. My daughter, María, and I fled Guatemala seeking asylum in the United States. We made this journey because we feared for our lives. The trip was dangerous, but I was more afraid of what might happen to us if we stayed. So we came to the United States, where I hope to build a better, safer life for us. Unfortunately, that did not happen. Instead, I watched my baby girl die slowly and painfully just a few months before her second birthday.
Thank you very much, Mr. Ocasio-Cortez.
Mr. Chair, I would like to be sworn in.
I'm sorry?
I would like to be sworn in.
Oh, all right. We usually don't require swearing in, but you want to be sworn in? Fine.
Yes.
All right. Okay. Do you stand up, please. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you are about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
You may be seated. Let the record reflect that Ms. Ocasio-Cortez answered in the affirmative. You may proceed.
Good morning, Chairman Cummings, Ranking Member Jordan, and distinguished members of this committee. When I was asked to testify today, I frankly didn't know where to begin after our visit to the border. Much has been made about the fact that we have said that this is a manufactured crisis. And in many ways, it is manufactured in that it is wholly unnecessary. It is unnecessary to separate children from their families. It is unnecessary to have a policy to detain innocent women and families that have harmed no person and are legally seeking asylum in the United States of America. It is unnecessary to have a policy that calls children unaccompanied when they arrive with older brothers, sisters, and grandparents, and treat them no differently than human traffickers. And in speaking of trafficking, it is completely unnecessary for this administration to choose to implement policies like metering and so-called Remain in Mexico policies that dump innocent people in dangerous territories that puts them right in the crosshairs of human traffickers, ripe for picking. This is a manufactured crisis because the cruelty is manufactured.
Miss, since I interrupted you, I'll give you 30. We'll give you a minute to wrap it up.
Thank you, Mr. Chair, and I know my time was wrapping up at that time, so and again, we have to make sure that, and over again, when we spoke to these folks, whether it was agents, whether it was HHS officials, oftentimes they said the thing that we need most is not resources, we need policy change. So we need to change our metering policies. We need to change our detention policies. We need to change our policies on who we call unaccompanied. And that is one of the key areas, in addition to changing our policy on foreign affairs, on investment, on being an equal partner in Latin America and the Western Hemisphere. Thank you very much. And moreover, I think that this taps into a deeper narrative and a deeper pattern of what is happening out of this administration, where they believe that the rule of law only belongs and applies to some people and not others. Right here and now, we're about 20 years away from the Central Park Five, where the president put out a full-page ad demanding the death penalty for 5 Black and brown boys. Boys, they were not yet 18 years old, demanding the death penalty for something they were accused of and innocent of. And here we have just documented evidence of multiple times of violation of the same law, and he won't even issue a slap on the wrist. This is a pattern about some people being subject to the rule of law and others not. And when that happens, there is no rule of law at all. At all. And that's why it's important that we make sure that everyone is held accountable, because whether it's a billionaire, whether it's an administration official, or whether it's a postal worker or a kid on the street, we all must be held accountable to the same extent by the rule of law. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.